How you doing, folks? This is Deadman, back with another Studio Dead video. With me, as always, is my brother
Xice.
and
And Drake.
the token white guy.
Yeah.
It's
Now
the
we've been
most wonderful time of the
For a
year.
toke.
So, anyways, we've been out of the loop for a little while, so we're wanting to actually give our opinion on the E3, the E3 happenings. Now, one of the things that we were not able to do over the last couple of years is actually talk about E3 in a public format. So this is what this little video is going to do. It's going to simply, just give our expectations, give our complaints, and hopefully we'll be able to hash out just a little bit more. And you guys get to, listen in on some of the hilarity that's going to ensue. So
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk about some of the stuff that came out way before E3, and one of those things was the new Fallout 4 game coming out, and I don't know about you two, but to me, it just looks like more of the fucking same. It looks literally like they're like, we got a formula that works, we're not going to change it, we're going to make money, and we're going to fuck you in the ear with DLCs.
Basically, same shit, different asshole.
Yeah, people don't pay attention to those two. They don't know any better.
I never said it was going to be bad.
I, on the other hand, as a Fallout fan, think this trailer is awesome. The big
Hey,
thing
I never
about
said it was a bad thing. I actually like the fact that they're going to have the dog in there.
Oh, okay. Then Drake is like halfway there then. But
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
The fact of the matter is, like, what I find interesting about this trailer reveal is that the rumor is that this game, Fallout 4, might actually come out this year. I mean, you look at Skyrim, when that was finally announced, like, that came out in less than 12 months. While when most companies will present a game, it's like usually like 2 years before something comes out. Bethesda's been known to bring things out a whole lot earlier than normal. So, that's why I'm like all excited. It's like, holy crap, I mean, if I can play this game by the end of the year, hell yes!
Like I said, for me, I'm not a huge Fallout fan. I like the story and I like the lore more than I like playing the games. So I'll say that, but like I said, this just looks like more Fallout 3.
And me,
yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, me, when it comes down to it, I'm kind of interested in playing it myself because, I mean, I enjoyed the Fallout games. I'm not a hardcore Fallout fan when it comes down to it. I won't sit there and do every little nitty-gritty thing, but I've enjoyed the stories a lot, and the gameplay is really good.
It's true. And this Fallout actually seems like a lot more colorful than 3 was. Truth be told, I always wondered, I've actually discussed with these two about this, that, I always wanted the Fallout 4 games, like, where they try to leave the U.S.
Yeah, and see what the rest of the world is like. That's actually a good idea, but we're going to keep a cap on that, though, because if Bethesda tries to fucking steal it, we're suing.
I got Justin Lin,
Either way,
As you hear, this has been officially trademarked.
Yes, this is copyrighted, trademark, fucking, whatever. Drake licked it. It's claimed.
Straight.
Anyway, so that's we're just gonna sum up with Fallout 4 there because we can't go on for hours about the Fallout games. This is kind of an E3 thing. So yeah, Fallout 4, more colorful, more of the same, and it's got a whole lot of people interested. People like me, however, are still not convinced. So let's go on to the next game. The next game that was announced pre-E3 like a fucking premature ejaculate was the new Doom.
Yes. Yeah. Those people, those bastards at the freaking conference got to see some gameplay footage. But now at this E3, it is rumored that we will finally catch up with the rest of them and finally see footage of the new Doom, the granddaddy of them all.
Pretty much.
I have to say for myself, I'm a fucking Doom fanboy. I am a Doom fanboy. A post, playing with my best friend way back in the day by Richard, he started writing accidentally while I was getting my ass kicked all over the place. It started me writing. So I have a very fond spot for Doom. Even Doom 3 and all its faults and just fucking backward ass politics, I still loved it.
Yep, in the future, duct tape does not exist.
Exactly.
In the future, people ask ridiculously obvious questions. What the hell is that? It looks like a goddamn demon, don't it? I mean, what the fuck else would you describe that as?
My mother-in-law.
Whoa.
Right? Whoa. But yeah, but one thing though, oh my gosh, like I am worried because you guys know it's like we all Doom 3 was pretty much like a reboot remake of the original Doom, and from what it's going about, this might be the same thing, another remake of the original Doom. But I want another remake of Doom 2. I want hell on earth. I want to walk out of my freaking house and see Satan farting in my face.
Of course,
Not really, of course. Please don't do that.
You really want to see up in there, don't you?
Yeah, if anybody can find out where Xice is, make that wish come true. But
and don't forget to bring a bottle of X-Lax.
There you go.
God!
Hey, we got to get you out somehow.
Really, one of the opinion that I'm actually curious to hear about is actually Drake here, because I'm not a PC console guy anymore. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. So the fact that this might not be released for PC, what do you think about that, Drake?
To be honest, all I gotta say is, like I usually say with most games, give it a little bit of time, you'll be surprised. Because a lot of games eventually they do come out with PC, because you also got to remember, don't forget when Doom 3, or not Doom 3, which one was it? Doom 2 or something? Or was that Doom 3? That was released on the Xbox. On the Xbox version, they had a multiplayer co-op, but then they extremely shortened down the, what's the better way to put it? The amount of game you had. Yeah, they cut down a lot of it. I mean, they made the standard size levels a lot. But not only that, not only the campaign, but also the levels were a lot smaller. They cut a lot of certain sections out of it. And
it's true.
Yeah, and it cut some additional story information as well. So I say give it time, because you never know. It's probably most likely going to be coming out for PC. They're just going to be waiting for a little bit more so that way they can finish the detail, because there's a lot more to do with the PC version than the console version.
Well, I mean, like that's just it. What do you think of them just excluding the PC? Supposedly, of course, this is all supposedly. This is all rumor. What do you think of them, excluding the PC out the gate?
Doesn't surprise me.
Okay, it's kind of like GTA.
It really doesn't. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's like every other console game. They go straight to console because it's the quickest and the fastest thing that anybody can make a game for.
Well, probably most profitable and not get pirated or whatever shit. My only thing is that I'm pretty sure it's
arguable.
That's
arguable.
The only thing is, like, I'm pretty sure it's going to come out for PC. I mean, Doom and PC. I mean, come on. My only thing is, I hope they don't cut out the freaking content for the PC version like they did for the consoles. Because, like, as Drake said, for, Doom 3, it's like, Doom 3 the Xbox, there was a co-op option, and in the PC there wasn't. That was fucking bullshit.
But then it was that was the only handoff. They had to give the console something, so they might as well give them the co-op with what they didn't do with the PC. Because the PC, they could tell their full story. So it was kind of a handoff. They were like, well, we're going to take this off, and people are going to be pissed, so let's give them this to make up for it.
Either way, this footage looks fucking incredible.
Yeah,
this is id Software in their element, and I don't know what happened the last game with Doom 3. I don't know what kind of creative forces stepped in, nerfed the id team to design what they designed, because let's face it, a lot of that was just utter fucking fail. But this time it really does look like these guys are just cutting loose.
Yeah, they are putting their A game on this one.
So let's move on then. Those are actually just those are the two main leaks, or not leaks, but definitely pre E3's previews that came out. So now we're gonna go on to just talk about the three big conferences. Bethesda and all those other motherfuckers. Yeah, everybody's got their own fucking conference. Truth be told, we only care about three: Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. So let's get to it. I want to know. I would just want to say out the fucking gate, we're going to start off with Microsoft. And out the gate, I just want to say that Microsoft, that was some dirty bullshit you pulled with that Gears of War bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, everybody fucking saw the goddamn remakes coming. Everybody saw them coming. You are not surprising anybody. And on top of that, using this fucking trailer or this footage leak as a jumping point for your own fucking conference, it's just dirty. It's dirty. I don't approve.
It's like, turn him sideways and call him your sister, dirty.
Well, yeah, I was surprised too when Microsoft laid down the hammer over the leak over the HD. Over the HD re-release of Gears of War. I was shocked. I mean, banning people from Xbox Live. I mean, that is crazy. Yeah, but I guess that's the name. Make a deal, pay the consequences. The only thing, one thing I want to know is, like, are we going to get like all 4 Gears in this collection? Gears 1 through 3, and of course Judgment, or is it just going to be the first Gears? And if it's just the first Gears, then I'm gonna screw that. I'll probably just gonna wait.
I can tell you now, it's probably going to be the first one.
And that's yeah.
Yeah, from what early stuff looks like, it looks like it's simply going to be the first game remade.
Lame.
Yeah.
Yes. It's better be like $20-$30, because if that's $60, no.
So yeah, I mean that was just one thing. You know what I mean? Like I just found it dirty as fuck.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, even got people in the uproar. It's like, wait a minute, Microsoft is like banning, it's like, shutting down our Xbox Ones. That's bullshit. They can't do that. Of course, Microsoft had to release that, that statement, later on, saying like, no, we just banned it from Xbox Live. You still pay for the console. You can still use it.
Yeah, and like.
Yeah, but everything needs to be connected to the internet anyway, so you're pretty much screwed.
Well, I mean, let's face it. This is of course one of those detriments where people want to say that, oh well, it's all online. It's all online, and if you play simply to play online, then you shouldn't be playing. And it's just what we've always thought. So, Halo 5, Halo fucking goddamn. I've seen this footage everywhere that it's ingrained in my fucking brain.
What?
I see the word traitor engraved on a bullet in my dreams. I am sick of hearing of this game. What do you guys think?
Oh, see, I find this very interesting because remember, like, one of our first videos we mentioned, like, the new trilogy of Halo. We thought it was like ridiculous. But sometime earlier now, it was announced that this Reclaimer is no longer be a trilogy, but a saga. We cannot condense it to a trilogy. It will take as many games as needed.
Pretty much.
Oh, yes. I mean, as far as Halo 5 goes, I'm curious. Like, I'll probably pick it up to check out, who this new Spartan girl or gal is. Rumor has it's a girl, rumor has it's a guy, whichever.
You know what?
Whichever way it leans.
The whole thing for me and the whole thing for us was, we had a big problem with Halo 3. The Halo 3 issue we had was, of course, that they dropped the ball in the fucking story.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Halo 4, unfortunately, I have not picked up simply because it just did not catch my interest. It just looks like more of the same. And I know this is weird to hear from a Call of Duty player, it looks.
Don't you mean usual to hear?
I know, right?
Well, no, that's just it. I say unusual because everybody and their mother, hates on Call of Duty for it's all more of the same. But Call of Duty guys try to defend it all and all. But for me,
that's true.
For me, Halo 4 just looked like more of the same. It just looked like more of the fucking same. It did not look like it changed the goddamn thing. And you slap better graphics on a game, it does not make it new.
Sometimes that's all it needs. And besides, this is the new Halo for the next generation, Xbox
Pretty
One
much.
only. I always wondered if they'll ever bring out another Halo for PC. I miss that.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it was kind of fun to play on PC.
It really was. gave me motion sickness like nobody's business, but it was still fun.
Yeah, well, the Halo makes a lot of people sick, me included.
Oh,
So, anyways, we also have news of a brand new controller coming out, a 1 terabyte hard drive Xbox One console coming out, and all of this, of course, got kind of leaked early, but Microsoft apparently is still running with it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this new 3.5 millimeter jack controller that they're not coming out with?
more how can I put this? The upgrades and all that. It's just it should be icing on the top of the cake. What Microsoft really needs to do is bring out that one commodity that's going to win them E3. I mean, a new controller. That's great. A 1 terabyte Xbox One console should have been since the beginning.
Pretty much.
What Microsoft needs to do is stop giving like band-aids and just go full frontal force because, in the end, they have to find a way to freaking beat Sony.
Speaking of Sony, let's move on to the next big name. Sony, of course, more stuff that comes out with, of course, Uncharted 4.
Yeah, being king of the mountain, they're getting complacent.
They're trying to get complacent. They really are. However, we did a news section on this where Sony has reported that their online user base has increased. Now, as far as as far as we're concerned here at the Studio Dead, online user base does not equal sales.
Nope.
It does not equal participants in your company. What it just means is that more people turned on their consoles, maybe accidentally. We don't know. What it means is fuck all.
And it could be that somebody just created a new account on somebody else's Xbox or PlayStation.
And that's
pretty much it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I know it's a big deal for you guys since since the last generation, the 360 was whooping you good on the online front. I know it's a big deal, guys. And Sony, seriously, you have a good thing going. You're king of the mountain right now. Don't fuck it up, okay? Bring out some good stuff, like that joke that was the Order 1886. Holy Jesus.
Now, here's what I want to get to in the Sony conference is that, we know a lot of what Microsoft is going to do. We just don't know how they're going to present it or if they have anything up their sleeve. Sony, however, has kept surprisingly quiet about anything going on at E3 except for, their involvement with Mass Effect and the new Street Fighter.
And Uncharted 4, can't forget that trailer.
Uncharted 4 has been their flagship for a while, and truth be told, a lot of people stopped being impressed by it, myself included.
Well, it's called a feast in, right? The last ride.
If you got to shoot him in the brain, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that was, going way back to the fucking first game. Even myself, I personally experienced it. I don't know about drinking Xice.
I personally experienced the platinum, dude. I've experienced it all over.
I looked at it, I laughed, and I put it back.
Yeah, well, the thing about the Uncharted games is just they have such a cool story, and it's marred horribly by such unrealistic, not only gunplay but damage systems and controls. And I wanted to play Uncharted 3. I really, really did when I had a PS3. However, the fucking thing 5 minutes in glitched so hard that it reset my PS3. So I promptly stuck it back in a fucking envelope and sent it back to hell where it came from. So I'm a little uninitiated with the third story. But, the thing is that, like I said, Sony's been keeping rather quiet. And maybe it's because, what do you guys think? Maybe it's because of their controversies lately or, their involvement with Street Fighter and all this other stuff. What do you guys think?
I think they've got a habit of putting their foot in their mouth all the fucking time, and I think they just finally learned when to shut the hell up.
That could be the case.
Because, I mean, think about it. I mean, look in the past of all the other E3s they've had. They've got a very good track of putting their foot in their mouth. I mean, their most famous, well, at least to me, the most famous one was the one where they sat there and said, hey, look at this. This is fucking Final Fantasy VII and the best graphics you'll ever see. But guess what? We're not remaking it.
Yeah.
So this time they're actually keeping their foot in their mouth and they're waiting for it. They're like, okay, we're just gonna lay low and not screw ourselves over.
Yeah, I mean, or maybe they could do like what they pulled 2 years ago. Like, I think Microsoft is going to be the first of the big three that shows up, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, okay, let's see what Microsoft does first. Let's see if we can one up them again, like with the Xbox reveal.
Oh,
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
That was
as
funny.
Fuck all.
Yeah, golly, they take advantage of it.
However, that's just it. Sony started out of the gate so fucking strong. They started this race so good and so well, and then more and more and more and more and more and more fucking issues just seem to surface. Like you can't play your own CDs. You have to buy it from the Sony store. Backwards compatibility that they promised, not there.
Backwards compatible to your DVDs.
Yeah, like a PS4 is like, yeah, a PS4 is like a PS3, but with just only like 1/3 of the features.
So I mean, like they and the worst part is that Microsoft fucking tripped over their own feet at the starting line. However, they came back stronger and better. They did all the things that they said they were gonna do. Sony has still kind of kept under that that broad canopy of developer rights,
Yeah,
and has continued to hold back what the PS4 can really do.
Yeah,
And
it's true. I mean,
we talked. You guys talked about this in our return video. It's don't talk about it. Show us. And I honestly have to say at this point, Sony has to pull out something big, and I mean fucking huge, to to be able to take over Microsoft in this E3, namely because at this point in time, all their shit that has been fucking up has been made public by people like Razor Fist. You know what I mean? Who we subscribe to, we love him, we worship the ground he fucking saunters on, but he is just one voice in an ocean of. And Angry Joe too. Angry Joe has also voiced his opinion on just how fucking limited the PS4 is.
yeah, it's true. I mean, it's one of those. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft right now. I mean, yeah, Sony is ahead right now, but Microsoft is catching up, and I think that's what Sony needs to realize. They need to look behind them and realize, the Xbox One is catching up to us. We better not lollygag anymore.
Yeah, better get our heads out of our ass.
Yeah, speaking of heads and asses, Nintendo, their conference this year. Why did I associate the two with Nintendo? Easy. We're going to bring out yet another true HD console.
That's the rumor anyway, but...
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing is that, when you hear that, everybody just looked at their Wii U and went, you're fucking pointless.
Maybe so, yeah.
Yeah, my only thought is wait and see.
But
they seem to be dishing out a lot of consoles lately. I won't deny that.
Yeah,
the thing about Nintendo right now, especially at least when it comes to console, not the handheld market. Handheld, they are supreme. No one can touch them.
Handheld, they are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, handheld, they are gods. They
damn
will,
straight. Thank you, motherfuckers, for Monster Hunter 4
and 5 that's coming out soon. Or was it X? No, it's Cross. It's X. But anyway,
yeah, it's Cross.
But we'll get to that. When it comes to console, it's like if they do reveal a new HD console at this E3, yeah, it's like you look at the Wii U, it's like you're pointless. But at the same time, I get it because they are losing a lot of third party in there, and they are now understanding the importance of having third party backing.
Yeah, it's taken them this long to fucking catch the fuck up with what's going on. But yeah, I mean, the downfall of Nintendo is simply the fact that they think they can stand on their own feet when it just ain't true. They're holding on to the Bayonetta license like it's a goddamn life preserver right now, and everybody and their mother is crying for a port for the PS4 and the Xbone. Not to mention, believe it or not, Drake's crowd crying for a port for the PCs.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that.
But Nintendo is holding on to this Bayonetta license like it's their last fucking crumb of food.
Well,
however, what I will give them credit for, however, in the last year or so, is this amiibo thing blew the fuck up.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Like, we all heard about the story of that truck of limited edition amiibos getting freaking hijacked. Damn.
Oh yeah.
eBay, prepare yourself.
Damn straight, they're gonna get a whole fuckload of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so what is Nintendo gonna do? Because like Nintendo always has that habit of like they'll give you like just a little bit of limited editions. Like when they say limited, they freaking mean it. Well, this is a case of paying customers will not get the product they paid for because of a third party thought it was a good idea to jack a freaking truck. So what is Nintendo gonna do? Because using their policy is, you know, once it's limited, that's it. So this is a case of, you know what, you might want to bend that rule.
Yeah, I would say bend it really hard because when it comes down to it, you had something stolen. You know that people are going to sell it pretty high on the market. So you need to try to prevent that from happening by turning it around, releasing some more, and giving it to the crowd so that way they can be like, hey, guess what? It's cheaper than these motherfuckers. Let's get it here. And actually get paid for it.
You know, yeah, this is the case of, you know, sometimes limited edition is not as, you know, not as good as it can be because it's so limited. Everyone wants it, and people are willing to steal for it. And now Nintendo's seeing the results of that. So
Now here's where the question really comes in, and this is a question I've been saving, and I haven't talked to you guys about it prior to this for this one reason. What if Nintendo is actually developing and is going to reveal a new HD console built solely around the amiibos?
I think you just got your answer.
I think that will probably be one of the most ingenious things in gaming history, considering the phenomenon that Amiibo is.
I think would be ingenious, but I think would be a bad idea, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, admit how many developers would want to be forced to create something for just with characters? I mean, there's so many that can go out there, but there's not going to be a lot of companies that'll want to consistently do that on a regular basis with them.
And technically speaking, the project of Amiibo is not even done yet. I mean, what do we actually do with these things?
I have no idea.
Well, basically, the main premises behind these amiibos is to be able to transfer character data from one game to another. So that way you could sit there and be like, hey, guess what? I'm going to level this character up, level. All right, I want to take it to my friends. Go put it over there and level, beat the crap out of them. That's pretty much the main premise behind it, is just to be able to portably take your character somewhere else. So they're going back to the old method that we had, which not a lot of people remember, but they used to have it, where you can actually transfer a save file to your Wii remote itself to go over to a friend's house and play your save file on theirs. And it was only with certain games, but that gave you that capability so that way you can play like that. Well, they just changed it into an Amiibo device so you can take something that's little cute and adorable with you.
Huh. Well, there you go. And as far as the whole console around that, that's, yeah, like I said, ingenious, but that's a really huge gamble. I mean...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard for the first time, well, not the first time, but definitely the most recent time, I just blew both of these guys' minds.
No, you didn't really.
By the way, fuck you, Nintendo, that's trademarked. You can't steal that. You only got days to put it together anyways, fuck you.
It's been white boy licked.
No, Jesse made sweet love to that one because he's a Nintendo fanboy all the way.
Damn, that's a pretty big hole right there.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
So
nothing
less. Let's just go over this real quick because there is something that the Arkham Knight trailer that has been just fucking everywhere. It's almost as bad as the goddamn Halo trailer.
Well, in this case, it makes more sense since Arkham Knight's coming out at the end of this month.
All it is another Batman thing.
Yeah, supposedly it's supposed to like wrap up the whole Arkham series, and truth be told, I'm good. I mean, I was telling Deadman and Drake, you know what? Arkham Asylum was perfect for me. I really didn't need another Batman game. Arkham City was fun, but Arkham Asylum was good for me.
Well,
Yeah,
Arkham Asylum was great. I had a lot of fun with it. It was really cool to see, Batman games brought into this generation with this hardware, and just some ideas thrown at the wall, see what stuck. Some of it did, some of it didn't. But what I liked Arkham City as well, expanded the premise, gave us a bigger game, so on and so on. What I did not like was how little the characters that are in, the DC universe played parts in all of these games. You have so many wonderful characters that you could have fucking done their own goddamn game about, and yet here you are trying to make Arkham Origins about a reboot of the Batman. And you know what? Truth be told, and I'm fucking speaking from the heart here, I for one am sick and fucking tired of DC reboots. I'm tired of keeping track of what goddamn timelines go with what goddamn fucking fill in the goddamn blank.
New 52, baby.
Fuck the New 52.
So new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, as far as the Arkham Knight goes, I'm curious. It seemed like more open world. We had the Batmobile. It's all great, but it's like one of those
GTA Batman style.
Pretty much, it's like I'll play it. I'll probably enjoy it, but let this be the last one. And I'm happy. I'm curious to see who the Arkham Knight is. Me personally, everyone says the Joker. I think it's like the spirit of Arkham, probably like in a robot body, or maybe he's like he possessed some helpless sap. But but I think it's great. I've always said this since the freaking beginning. I always said the Scarecrow had so much potential as a true, real huge threat. And it looks like, through my patience, or all Scarecrow fans' patience, and the Arkham games that really showed off his talents, he's finally going to lead as the main antagonist of this game, and that's the main reason why I'm going to play it, because he is finally getting his just due that I always knew he should have.
Yeah, and like I said, this is actually part of the issue I had with the Arkham games was, look at Killer Croc. Killer Croc, he looked fucking gorgeous. He was amazing. His character model was true to one of the, I think it was the original specification that he is 9 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not this new Suicide Squad where he looks like he's 5'6". And our apologies to anybody out there who's 5'6", but I'm 6'1". Xice is 6'3", and Drake is 6'5". You're short to us.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Yeah, how they always.
Isn't it cute when short people do tall things?
Yeah, so that's one of my gripes with it. But this Arkham Knight bullshit, it's just gotta fucking stop. If you want to go full fucking, make a 47, 50-hour game where you actually give each character their own dialogue, their own story arc, so on and so forth, I'm for that. I am for that. God damn it, I fucking grinded through Red Dead Redemption. Imagine doing that shit with Batman. I'm in.
Oh, I know I'd be in.
Exactly. But moving on, because this is just getting all sorts of DC fired up and we're pissing off short people.
Oh, but they're so cute.
Yeah, I know. But I like my ankles. Anyways.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and our kneecaps. So yeah,
Mass Effect fucking 4. You goddamn failures of fucking a studio called Bethesda. Is it Bethesda made?
No, it's BioWare.
BioWare
by EA.
You fucking failures of pieces of shit.
Yeah.
You're trying to go at this again. It is ill-advised.
Don't fuck up the ending. Oh my god, I will.
If I were you, I'd hang up your skirt and walk away.
Yeah. For the sake of Drake, don't fuck up the ending. I will hurt him. But
no, really. Fucking BioWare. We know you're trying to go at this, and we know this is going to be all over E3. This might actually eclipse, the new goddamn generic fucking Assassin's whatever fucking series,
Oh yes, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Why? Why are organized crime really? Yeah, freedom for everybody, you know, and we'll kill your kid or something, you know. Like, oh God.
I mean, that's just it. We already had a Mafia 2, Sleeping Dogs, fucking, True Crime, Streets of LA, Streets of New York. We don't need more fucking Mafia games, motherfuckers. What we need is a goddamn modern set, as in where the fuck the goddamn Animus is. The Templars and the Assassins need to go at it in that fucking time.
Well,
Fuck
yeah.
this goddamn visiting the past bullshit. And I think the whole reason that they're doing it, truth be told, I think the whole reason that they're doing this past bullshit and they're continuing to do it is just because it's cheaper. Did anybody fucking notice that Assassin's Creed 3 looked a lot like a reskinned version of Assassin's Creed 2? Was that just me?
No, I saw a lot of the comparisons you're talking about.
Even the animations, the wall climbing animations, none of it was new. None of it was improvised. None of it was improved. Not improvised. It was just more. It was reskinned. It was fucking reskinned. It's and we got stuck with the same boring, pussy-faced fucking character of fucking Ezio.
Oh, that's in fact, Assassin's Creed 2. Although I think in Assassin's Creed Unity, what's his name? Was it Amon or whatever? He's supposed to be like the French Ezio. Like, oh, you know what? Yeah, forget Ezio. Like, but about this new Assassin's Creed game, seriously, organized crime, freaking really? That kind of crap is what makes the Templar seem like a good idea. And we have so many questions in the monitor. Like, what about that freaking female, I guess now computer goddess?
So yeah, there are unanswered questions that this series refuses to go fucking anywhere near. Fuck this series, and fuck the people that write it, and I hope you all fucking crash into a fire hydrant on your way home.
Okay, personally I won't go that far, but seriously, do a modern take, okay? It's way past due. That whole thing with Deadman, those bit parts you gave us in Assassin's Creed 3, no, bullshit. A modern one, show us some shit.
Show us life, show us the cities, show us, actual technology being used in cooperation with a new breed of assassins.
You already saw with the Templars, that freaking company you freaking work with. I mean, come on. At the end of Assassin's Creed, the freaking world was literally lit, was lighting on fire. Let's see some reactions to that. What did people think about that? What do you think people's going on? Come on.
And I love that Drake has stayed quiet during all this because he just does not care for Assassin's Creed in any bit.
Absolutely not. I like the first one, but once they switched to Ezio, yeah, let's just say I felt like I was bent over and fucked in the ass with a razor-laced dildo the size of freaking Xice's cock.
Dude,
sorry, I just have that much hate for Ezio, the little pansy-ass bitch, and then seeing this new one come out like that. Yeah.
Seriously, my name is Ezio Auditore de Firenze. I was like, your name is Ezio, you're a fucking pussy and you know it.
Ezio and I like it in the ass, so let's go do this, sweetie.
Okay, guys, let's try to get back on track. Okay, E3.
Our E3, anyways.
Our hatred of Ezio's unanimous, but let's try to get back on track.
Well, it is back on track. What I was trying to say in the beginning was that this new Mass Effect 4, might actually eclipse some of the other games that are coming out. However, that does not mean it's going to be a good game. So far, I have heard nothing. I've heard nothing from, not the press releases, not the fucking magazines I read, not even the trailer that I watched right before we started this whole thing. I've heard nothing that's going to be innovative. All I hear is better graphics, more planets, more sex. That's it.
Show us some gameplay, BioWare. This is E3. This is put up or shut up. This is the put up or shut up conference. Show us, show us some gameplay or go home.
Fuck gameplay. Give me something. Give me anything about a story that is actually going to be not only linear but actually involved with the character that you're going to create.
Yeah, I
All
agree.
this bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, this is, this game is, it's, the next step after Shepard. Shepard's gone, but that's those are huge boots to fill, except for that goddamn ending of the third one. But so what are you gonna do to show us the oohs and ahs about this new Mass Effect?
I mean, they haven't even talked about what are the fact that this might be actually a direct sequel, or maybe they're gonna pull one of these fucking games that, well, the last Mass Effect took place 175 years ago. All the reactions of the people that we could have gotten are dead. So fuck off and just go play your little game there, you fanboy. Fuck you. Give me some story. Make it congruent. Make it actually perceptible to the
User in
player.
your channel timed out.
And I think we lost someone. I think we lost Drake.
We lost Drake, but the show must go on.
The show must go on, but we're nearing the end of it anyways. Like I said, just give me something. Let me know that the fucking story is gonna matter this time.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, pretty much. Mass Effect. Yeah, you're right. Like this is like what, a 16 and a half, like years, decades, centuries, way after the third game. So we won't get an immediate response to what happened after. Pretty much, we blew up the galaxy. So yeah, E3 next week. BioWare, EA, whichever.
So yeah, so my prediction in the end for who's gonna win this one, I think honestly, Nintendo has the biggest chance of pulling out a win on this one.
Yeah, I honestly say, my pick on who's going to win E3 is going to be Nintendo because, like I said, last year was pretty much Nintendo's year. I mean, I said it in our comeback video, and I'm sticking by it. And truth be told, while Sony definitely has, it's Sony conference to lose, and Microsoft can go either way. Nintendo's the one that can only go up.
They're poised for the win. And namely because Sony has fucked up in the last year. Xbox and Microsoft have fucked up in the last year. Nintendo has quietly sat themselves in a fucking corner and watched the squabble.
Yeah, it's true. Like Nintendo's just sitting back, just watching from the shadows. And Nintendo, they are gaining steam. I'm sorry, they are gaining steam, I should say.
We got Drake back. Turns out we left him at the wrong border.
Oh no, we were talking about Mass Effect 4, and you know what? My computer said, you know what? I'm up out of this bitch. Peace.
So,
I know, right? The ending of 3 left such a bad taste in his mouth. Even his PC didn't want no part of it.
Yeah, even my PC said, you know what? Fuck that. I went through 1, 2. You forced me through 3. I am not going through a 4th one. Ow.
So let's actually, speaking of PCs, this is going to be the first year, I believe, I might be wrong about that, I believe that E3 is going to have an entire showcase for PCs.
That is
correct. At least since, forever.
I'm telling you, so we might have to start calling it the Big Four now.
Yep.
I don't think we can call it the Big Four. I think it's going to be the Big Three and PC.
Yeah, folks, yeah.
Well, it is the PC Master Race, so PC has to have that honorable mention right there, so I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, PC Master Race means to me about as much as, the Master Race, the Third Reich. But anyways.
Ooh, damn!
That's pretty harsh, but still, you are honorably mentioning it as a separate entity.
You know what? I am not lumping in any PC user with Nazi Germany. Don't ever mistake that. I'm saying that the moniker itself, the title itself, is a bit pretentious to me. But moving on, of course, we can't talk about the PC Master Race getting their own fucking piece of the conference without talking about the upcoming Steam machines that our friend Lofus, our member Lofus, did a bit about in our One More Level broadcast. The Steam machines, of course, being, as Drake described them,
a PC's version of a console. Because I mean, when it comes down to it, they're basically like a console. You can only play specific games from Steam on the system itself, and that's it. Unless you're streaming it off of some other computer, to me, it's like a low blow to anybody who's got Steam, because you can't from my understanding, you can't play regular PC games on the Steam machine because it
Nope.
runs Linux.
Yep.
And it's like, you know what? You're kind of sitting there putting our knights in a vice grip saying, hey, guess what? You're going to take what we give you. Well, you know what? Any PC owner is going to know that's a fucking retarded idea because you know what? Honestly, I'd rather go with the Steam Link.
Hold on. What I really want to hear about is, you know, how does it feel to be a PC master race and have the people that revolutionized PC gaming, Steam, be the ones to limit you so badly to the point that you are exactly considered a console in not only the limited format that you can perform on these Steam PC engines, but the fact that the streaming quality itself could come into question depending on the machine itself and the machine that you're streaming from.
Because it still falls right back to the original PC, even though, yes, they're making their own console version, but you know what? They're still two totally separate entities. You still got the PC high-end, which is going to play everything in its mother that's on Steam, but then they decided to go with the Steam machine to try to give just anybody a lower-cost way to play Steam games or higher-end computer games based off of something else. So when it comes down to it, that's all they're doing. They're just trying to give a console to people with consoles. That's it.
You mean a PC to people with consoles?
No, console to consolers, because it's a damn console.
Well, I mean, like I said, what I really want to hear about is actually the limited ability of this machine. The same way that a console is locked to either the 360, the 360, the PS3, so on and so forth. They're locked. The same way
that's why I call it a console.
Yeah, a little note, folks. You know, Deadman might be a little bit giddy since since you heard it earlier, he's left the PC to join the console peasant, so he might be a little bit gleeful about this.
I fucking am. I fucking am, because you know what, goddammit? You know what? Hold on. I'll make that point in a second. Drake, what were you saying about the links? Drake, what were you saying about the links? I actually want to hear that part.
Actually, for those of you that probably everybody that has Steam already, and anybody that has a good high-end computer already and they play their games inside of their computer or in their regular room, well, they have a Steam Link that's coming out for those of us that don't want to buy this Steam machine that's going to be limited on what you can play on it, even though, yes, they still got the capability you can stream, but why buy $500 worth of something you're going to end up streaming games off of your computer? No, the Steam Link, best part about it, it runs wireless AC. It's a low-end based. It doesn't save anything on it. The only point of the Steam Link is so that way you can render your games from your PC to your living room to wherever you want to be, wherever you have a hookup for this thing. And that's it. You can have your mouse, your keyboard, or your Xbox 360 control set up to it. They even have that new control that they're coming out with Steam, the Steam control, and that's actually pretty nice. And you can do any of these three
this is
methods
turning into
this.
a commercial. Talk about the price. What about the price?
Whoa, what?
If you just get the Steam Link, $50.
That's what I want to hear. That's
if
beautiful.
You get
That's
the control and the Steam Link, $100. That's it.
That's beautiful. I like that. Okay. So, anyways, like I was saying, I'm giddy about this because you know
get
what?
too happy about that stuff.
Yeah, no, and it's great. You know, it just sounded like a commercial. That's just like I'm about to sound like a fucking racist preacher. The reason that I'm so giddy about this whole fucking thing, yeah, seriously, is that, you know, the people not everybody, but a lot of fucking PC Master Race users have looked up to for so long is Steam. They're the ones heading the race to the console market, and I think that is goddamn glorious.
Just one more step for consoles, Deadman?
No, I think it's that, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. Ha!
Wow, I like how he says that.
Yeah, seriously, dang.
That's
like,
so adorable.
Yeah, we won.
No, the way I look at it as a conversion.
Steam console. I don't hear of a PS Steam console. I hear of a Steam going console. So, anyways.
Yeah, but think about it this way. If you need to try to pull in another crowd, you want to pull from somebody else, you give them what they're used to.
Yeah, true that. I'm trying to get back on track. So yeah, in the end.
So guess what? We're actually pulling in more crowds. So guess what? That's another step in between them getting a badass PC and playing something good.
I still stand by it. You can't beat them, join them. You can't beat them, join them. No matter what you try to say, every fucking spoiled kid that has more than mom and dad's money in their pocket is going to go after
Okay,
okay,
guys, this is turning into console versus PC. Let's stick to E3 here.
Anyways, to wrap up E3, or to keep going with the E3 conference is, the fact that we're hearing about a whole lot of games, and one game that actually, actually, before we move on, I think Drake already gave his prediction of who's going to win E3.
No. He gave it to me. When he got cut off, I texted him.
Okay.
So officially,
the official marker for the winners that we could think is the Deadman, and voting for Nintendo.
Yeah,
I said that they're poised to win.
Yeah, I voted for Nintendo as well because all they can do is look up. So Drake.
No, it's true. I mean, Nintendo has nowhere else but to look up when it comes down to it. But I mean, I'm kind of at an impasse right now. I mean, especially with everything they're coming out with PC and what Nintendo's doing, I'm kind of tied between the two of them.
Sounds good. So yeah, I mean, and who knows? The PC could win E3.
They could possibly pull it off. The only trepidation I have with that is that this is their first time in the ring in a long time. They might be a little bit rusty when it comes to it.
Yeah, they may be a little rusty, but I mean, especially with what they have to deliver already. I mean, honestly, the Oculus Rift. I mean, a lot of the Oculus Rift-enabled games they're coming out with, they're gonna hit it pretty good. I mean, especially considering they're doing Valkyrie as a demo, and they're using the Oculus with it. So it's going to be interesting.
That's actually our next point of discussion in regards to E3 is the Oculus Rift is going to be making its biggest public appearance at E3 this year. And what do you guys think about that?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so jealous that I'm not at E3 right now. It's like unnerving. I've actually been sitting on the website for the Oculus Rift for like ever to order the Dev 2 division, and all of a sudden they mentioned that the first quarter next year they're coming out with the final release, and I'm like, do I want to wait or do I want to just get the Dev? So I'm actually thinking it's going to be really good. I can't wait to see more about it.
Okay, here's my whole thing about the Oculus Rift. Look, I mean, I lived it, we all lived it, and I'm pretty sure we all remember, especially as video gamers, what was one of the biggest things about video games back in the day? Virtual reality. Exactly. We all remember the Virtual Boy, or that stupid thing that connects to your head. I am curious about the Oculus Rift. I am super curious about it. But I'm going to wait till E3 before I make a true decision, because I spent a decade being disappointed by VR. So now, the technology is caught up. We can do a lot of good stuff here. I will wait till E3 to see it all, and then I'll decide whether to get excited about it or not.
I will say that I'm not excited about it. However, my curiosity has been vehemently piqued, namely because Xbox behind the scenes is actually supporting these guys at this conference. Now, could this be the fact that they're hiding this from the public, and this might be Xbox's trump card in pulling this out at the last second, going, by the way, you thought the Xbox One could only do this? Prepare the Oculus Rift! I don't know.
Nope, because honestly, what's going to happen is the Xbox One control is going to be compatible with the Oculus Rift.
It's coming with it, actually, according to Microsoft's official release. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm my curiosity is piqued with it. I'm not excited, but I'm definitely piqued. I'm going to keep my eye on it. The money itself, however, is always going to be in question for me because I am fucking Joe Average, poor guy. So
well, it's interesting. So you guys at least know the dev kit that they're releasing already that you can actually purchase is actually only $350.
Bro, that's half my rent.
Well, yeah.
Considering how much the old virtual headsets used to be, $500, $600, $700 just for the headset, not including any gyro sensors. Yeah, this one actually comes with gyro sensors and camera for $350, so it's a lot more affordable than what it used to
Yeah,
be.
but also
Yeah.
you can go onto Samsung's site and print out a cardboard cutout to turn your Samsung phone into a VR set. But anyways,
Yep.
I'm just saying that's actually pretty cool too. I'm not saying it's comparable. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of people are wanting these mounted headsets, and I'm just I'm a little hesitant with it. That's why I'm curious, because Microsoft got involved with this whole thing. So I'm curious about that, you know, and the fact that, truth be told, I really was expecting Sony to throw their hat in the ring, considering that they touted, you know, for days and days and days and years, we were 3D first. We had the first 3D compatible system, and that was with the game Black Ops. However,
Didn't go far.
yeah, 3D came and fucking went, and nobody noticed.
Well, except in
Pretty
theaters
much.
anyway. 3D is only...
Nobody noticed.
No, 3D is still around in theaters. Just in theaters. As
Yeah.
far as gaming goes, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm curious, but I'm hesitant.
Well, because
Yeah.
the reason why I'm looking at it, because I love playing my Sims, the space Sims. You can actually use the headset to look around, so you can try to track your target with your head instead of trying to track it with a mouse control or something else.
Well, they do have that weird touch, weird control thing that's going to be, you know, I think it's an extra peripheral,
Yes.
which is odd to me because I don't think you would need it, considering the fact that, you know, Xbox is already throwing in their controller. It's like, what the fuck else do you want, kind of thing, you know? But anyways,
yeah.
moving on, and these are actually two games I'm ridiculously curious about. However, I am also at the same time ridiculously hesitant to even watch any coverage about them. And the first one being Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, I am so afraid for that one because I mean I love the first two games, and I'm like I don't want to be mortified with what they come out with. I want to wait until they get a better product information out, so that way I can be like, okay, let's take a look, but I don't wanna.
Yeah, seriously. I am considering the fact that who took over the fucking franchise and how bad they have fucked up Battlefield year after year for the last consecutive 3. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not. I'm literally going to be in the back of the bleachers waiting for the jeers and the shuns coming from this game and the disappointment that it's going to bring. I'm not saying that it is going to be disappointment. What I'm saying is that I am
There's
expecting
a high
disappointment.
probability.
Yeah.
Probability of disappointment so high, you just want to sit in the corner and cry.
You know,
What's funny? There you go. There's Xice. Come on, Xice. Let us in on your opinion.
well, like I said, I mean, Star Wars Battlefront. I heard, there's a lot of rumors, like, the rumor that, like Battlefront 3 at the time was pretty much done. It was just sitting on the shelf. I'm just gonna wait and see. I mean, I had a blast in Battlefront 2. I mean, a lot of us had a blast in Battlefront 2, but this, yeah. So I'm holding off. I'm holding off. Because, as you said, like, new
All we can
company, exactly, new company, new whatever, I mean, Star Wars, golly, what they done with Star Wars, pretty much, like, destroyed the extended universe.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So it's like, so...
They made Kyle Katarr a secondary character, and if those of you who don't know who Kyle Katarr is, please do yourself a favor and look him the fuck up. Anyways, moving on. The next game I'm also extraordinarily curious about, however, extraordinarily... just worried about is going to be, and I think this is going to be our last game because I think we've ran a little bit long as far as E3 coverage just goes without ever having to fucking watch the thing, and that's going to be maybe the game that forces the Deadman to hop on the PS4, The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh yes, the rumor they're making The Last of Us Part 2. Well,
That thing.
I like The Last of Us 1, but the thing about The Last of Us was always I couldn't get behind the characters. Like, particularly the guy. I don't know what it is, but I was just so detached. The gameplay was fun. I mean, gameplay was fun for me. I mean, graphically, holy crap. I mean, the PS3, shoot. Don't believe this downscale bullcrap they have. It's like, oh yeah, for Xbox One and PS4, and when it finally comes up for 360 and PS3, it looks downscale. You know what? Don't believe it. Anyone who's played Last of Us knows that's absolute bullshit.
The game may have been released in that aspect ratio and in that format. However, the true game itself is running at 1080p. So don't let fucking people bullshit you on that, folks. For me, The Last of Us was an incredible game. It was just a fucking monument of storytelling, something that we haven't seen in video games for a very, very long time. I know Xice couldn't get behind the characters, but I sure as fuck could, and mainly because I'm a father. So, the idea of losing your child in this whole, the Great Panic, having to pick up maybe another child, the developments that happened in that game gave not only a very human edge to the entire thing, but the experience itself was well worth not only the wait, but the loading times, the install time. It was worth it. Fuck all. It was worth it. It was an incredible game. It was incredibly acted.
But on the aspect of E3, though, like I said, will it continue on with if Last of Us 2, if they reveal it at E3, or will it be more of the same, or but that's what E3 is for. We have to find out. Exactly what happened.
I want to hear Drake's experience with The Last of Us.
Wait, Drake, have you played The Last of Us?
No, I really haven't had a real opportunity to try to play it. I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've heard bad things about it, but it's not something that's really caught my interest.
Okay, well, we can leave it at that. Truth be told, is it going to be more the same? Honestly, this is one game I would not mind that.
I might actually take a look at it then.
Yeah, the game itself was so goddamn perfect in so many ways. Is it going to be more of the same? I wouldn't mind that. I really wouldn't. The game itself was such an experience. I don't think people would mind. You know what I mean? As opposed, especially since it's such an original IP.
So yeah, all in all, E3 excited for it.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see the PC version. That's the one I really want to keep an eye on.
Yeah, but essentially what he means is, he's standing by the computer monitor with a boner and a fucking gallon of lube.
A gallon? That's it? No, I get about 6.
All right. All right, so we'll see at E3, and we will talk about we will talk about it.
We will be watching E3. We will be commenting on it, and we will do it as soon as E3 wraps. So thank you very much for joining us, folks. And I'm sorry this video ran so long. Of course, we tend to get into discussions and yell at things, discuss pretentiousness, and all around just pretty much douchebaggery that we're known for.
Yeah, I'm starting.
But anyways, I am the Deadman.
I'm Xice.
And this is Drake.
And stay tuned. As always,
game on.
Game on.